Oh, Jordan, did you ever get your internet fixed?
I got the new modem today.
Hey.
Nice.
So I had to install it.
Okay, so we're gonna be seeing you a lot more, hopefully.
Yep. My desk gets here. It's supposed to get here tomorrow. I'm gonna set that up after I get off work.
Okay.
Are you gonna build a gaming computer next?
He already
Yeah.
has one.
Here he
Oh,
has one.
nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna build a new one soon.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I was like, post graduation gaming computer.
Yeah,
Wait, you
That
gonna
one's
build
gonna
a
be-
new one?
I will eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you better get that 1200 power supply unit.
Yo, we're live, okay? Guys, stop talking. Jeez, let me DM here. All right, so here's the deal. Today, session 78, hopefully I got the right number. We will be diving back into the bodies of Murtag, Bruin Malchance, Norcol something, and
Helsing.
oh, no, Norcol Helsing and Solaris Ravenwood.
Mm-hmm.
Murtag has no last name, correct?
What'd you say?
Does Murtag have a last name?
Blackbriar.
Okay, by the way, we tested your mic and you know what you did? You leaned back away from your mic.
Away. Sorry. Wait, I was closer.
Okay. I mean, it's fine if you lean back. You just gotta pick a position. Let me know. All right,
Keep it.
guys, you will not have to use Roll20.
Okay.
Does that make you sad, Jordan?
I wanted to Sparta kick someone off of shit. Oh.
Well, you may or may not need Roll20.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I imagine today's session will be more RP heavy. So get on your various hats and let's roll. Okay, session 78. After speaking with King Magnus, it was determined that there are battles on two fronts. One being the conflict with Kakia at Indomiran, and the other concerning the Weavers and the World Crystal. Splitting up the duties, Espa as a whole will address the former, while the four horsemen to head to deal with the Weavers. Does that make sense to everyone so far? Everybody following? Through a tip from Prince Halford, the group was able to secure passage via airship, aka Pyropeller. Thankfully, the master craftsman in charge happened to be somewhat of an acquaintance. After a tour of the airship, the group helped in a successful launch. Under the command of Captain Honda and First Mate Luke Sampson, they were able to find their place among the crew, attending to various tasks around the airship. The most important of these tasks is tending the feeding of burning coal down a chute. Is there anything that you guys would like to add to this intro?
I'm pretty sure the bird's name is Malchance.
Okay.
That's just a theory that I have cooking up in my noodle.
You
Wait,
did.
Is it just Lord Baron or something? No.
You,
Yeah,
did,
Lord
you
Baron.
guys did meet a couple of characters so far. Former Lord Baron Malchance is not among the people that you've met.
We met Luke.
You met Luke Sampson, who pretty much looks like Popeyes.
Right.
And then you also know. Did you guys
Jaquez.
ever meet Jaquez No,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
did.
saw him from a
He's
distance,
high
right?
profile merchant. that we
Yeah,
have
you
that
guys saw him from a distance. Let's see who else.
Honda.
Luke Sampson, Captain Honda, a
Clayton Rackham.
yeah,
Clayton
a
Rackham.
crew member, Clayton Rackham. Just I when I was listening, I don't think I mentioned this, but for a crew member, he was dressed pretty well. Other than that, I don't think you guys met anybody, just random crew members, this way and that way. Probably, I will say, probably our stand-in cook is the one that has met the most people on this airship so far. Other than that, we will go ahead and start the session. It is. Did you guys go to bed?
I believe we ended one of the days.
Okay, so you ended the first day, and you were told that it'll roughly last a week, right, on this airship?
Mm-hmm.
Basically cutting the trip in half. Let's see. So you ended the first day. Now you basically have awoke to the new day with, I guess, being up in the air even slightly. You see the sunrise a little bit early than the rest of the world, and you essentially just get up and start going about your duties assigned by certain ranking officers of the ship, and doing what you need to do. Of course, tending to the burning coals, tending to the chute. But you pretty much, unless you guys had something that you wanted to do in the morning, you pretty much just attended those various tasks.
First thing I do when I wake up,
Okay.
scry on the Weaver.
Scry on the Reaver. Okay. And
I'll start shoveling
And-
coal.
Yeah.
I have his journal and a note from him. So I'm hoping that classifies me as being familiar with the target, so the DC is higher for him.
I actually need to pull up his stat sheet. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, I have a stat sheet for the Weaver.
Not just that. That's what we know he exists.
He could be on this ship.
Ha, joke's on you. We figured out about him.
You know what's funny? It would be like he scries, and then he sees like the same room, and he only sees his back.
Yeah,
Back of Solaris' head.
yeah. It's like that movie where like the girl had a twin stuck on the back of her head.
No, I
No,
was
just
saying
me?
he was right behind you, but they're
Oh, I thought you meant like I was him.
no.
Like Modern Warfare, where they like sneak up behind the sniper and then send him a
Yeah.
message on Google or Xbox Live.
Hey, John, is there a crow's nest on this ship?
Oh, what?
A crow's nest? One of those like go up to the very top of like this.
The big
mast.
baskets.
Probably ish. There's like a high vantage point that's above like the what is it called?
Is the flame or whatever? Flame?
The mizzen mast.
Pyro Peller.
Yeah. I can't. So it's like it's got these four spokes, right? And it kind of makes this ring around the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
It's not like a actual like a lookout.
I mean, not an actual lookout basket, if that's what you were wondering.
Yeah, this was.
But
I'm
could
just-
he roll for there to be one?
We can probably make one. Go ahead and roll. If you get a 15 or higher, you can have a basket somewhere high up that you can, I don't know, do whatever.
Come on, 15 or higher.
I would just like to say there's literally no reason for there to be one.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey.
you're already high.
Hey, chill. What
Is
is
it
it
like an airplane? Airplane with
What
one?
did you roll?
Yeah.
1-4.
Yeah, sorry. There is not.
Checks out.
Okay, here we go. All right, scry.
All right, so I would argue I am familiar with the Weaver. I feel like
Okay.
I know him pretty well.
I think I've given you the familiarity before.
Okay, so he has -5 to his roll. And I possess his book and a letter from him, which counts as a possession. So that's a total of -9.
Jordan.
Wait,
is
hold up.
familiar.
Oh, okay, hold up. I just read the different criterias. So
Yeah.
obviously you know know him more than secondhand because you actually
Yeah.
met him.
Yeah,
You met the target.
And we interrogated him.
Do
I've
you?
talked to him a bunch.
Wait, did we?
But it was like
he was
under
in
the
jail.
guise of a prisoner, right?
Oh,
I knew who it
Yes.
was.
Like you don't know like who's he related to. Come on.
Not what the thing stipulates. I don't have to know his family.
it's Jenny. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Okay, how about this? We'll let the roll decide.
That's fair. How about it?
Roll a d20, and if you land on an even number,
Oh man.
you don't know him well. If you land on an odd number, you do know him well.
Do I choose the black dice or the pretty green one?
Whichever one that you were really good against us in your one shot.
What do I want? I want an odd number.
No, and
17.
even.
I thought you said even. I don't know him.
Yeah, even if you don't know him.
Wait, so he
17.
I thought, yeah.
No, even if you don't know him, you don't know him.
wait.
This is shady.
Okay, all right, fine. I'll give it to you this one time, but we can't say that you're familiar with him every time. All right,
Well,
so
that's how I. If I was familiar with him once, I'd be familiar with him.
I
again.
mean,
You've forgotten his face by now. That's the problem. No, I'm joking.
Nah.
okay. All right, what's okay, so -5.
And then I have the letter and his like book.
Okay.
So that's a possession of his. So that's another -4.
Wait, a book.
Or a letter. Sorry.
Okay, a letter. A possession. Ah, I mean, come on.
He possessed it.
It's not his possession. He just gave it to you guys.
He owned the paper at some point.
Well, you don't know that.
I'm
This
kidding.
is
I'm
an
kidding,
interesting
I'm kidding.
shenanigans.
Well, there are ways to get around this. It's for him to get away from being scried, but I think
And there are a bunch of ways that you could just not have it happen.
Oh, I'm not worried. I just because he's already been scried on once.
Have I tried it on the Weaver? I thought I tried it on the other guy, Jameson.
Yeah. You guys found him in the him sitting around a table, remember, with other shadowy figures, and they were discussing.
Oh, that's right. Wait, I would have written that down.
Okay,
Shame on Jordan
so
for not taking good enough notes.
he is going to roll.
Yeah. That's a wisdom save, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if I said that.
Let's see how wise Mr. Weaver is. Oof, not good for you. I'm dropping the bomb here. That is tilted. I can't even tell which is top.
Reroll it. Cocked.
Okay. So -5.
Mhm.
Okay. 16.
Fail. 17, baby.
What? Oh, plus proficiency, right?
He had advantage. Oops.
Okay.
I'll pull out. Yeah.
So, as you go, actually, I'm going to make this fair. Okay. So, as you take out your magic orb, right, or your crystal ball,
Mhm.
and you start chanting the humana humanas, and very softly rub the surface of the crystal ball, you get seemingly clouds swishing and swirling inside the glass container. And as you expect to see, while the cloud kind of, usually in your previous scries, you can see the cloud kind of form around into either figures or the surrounding, solidifying certain objects. You instead feel that the mist just levels out. That said, how do you know? Is there a reason? Would you be able to tell the reason why it's not working?
I don't think so. No, it just says like on a successful save. Like I know it doesn't work, and I can't do it again for 24 hours. That's all it really says.
So it's not a successful save, but only like, do you? I guess you would know that it worked.
So like, I felt it latch onto something, but something wasn't letting me. Is it kind of like when I was scrying on Prince Jason?
Oh, like you kind of got
and we
stopped
got
by
to,
the
like,
wall.
glade. Yeah,
It's
it's
more
like that.
like
Like something blocked me.
this. This probably is a bigger clue than I should give you.
I can also roll a check to see if I can figure it out.
Roll check.
That
Is it carry resistance? Is that what it is?
No, this is a good clue. I think with a success on your roll to scry, or like a successful scry, this should be a good clue.
Okay.
So you know that you did everything right, and you feel like it was gonna work, and as your magic, your scrying, tries to identify the target wherever it may be, it seems to have no one to latch to.
different plane.
Kill them. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Dead as
I sent him a message.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. You're taking up some time.
No, you're fine.
This is awesome.
All right. Is it just called message?
It's called sending, and
Oh,
it goes
oh.
across planes.
Ooh.
And if they're asleep, it wakes them up and they hear it.
Man.
Bro, what if you hired like 24 people to send somebody a message once a day? Just
Gotta
at
be
different
annoying.
times.
Sleep
Just-
deprived.
Okay.
Just yeah.
How do I do a percentage check? Okay, so I have the D100.
Yeah.
A percentage.
Yeah, it's on if it. Oh, never mind. Well, that's the biggest clue. If the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Should be.
What?
Yeah. It's. I thought there was something like that.
I've never known that.
So I roll one of these guys.
So you
Two
would
of
roll a
them.
D100, and then I think it's a D10,
10?
right? Because that would be the ladder number.
It's basically two. It looks like two D10s. One just goes
Like when I
0, 0,
roll for
1,
Divine
0.
Intervention, I just rolled two D10s.
Okay.
That's what I do.
So if it lands on a 0, and then 5 or less, right? It basically has to land on
Well,
a 0 first.
So a 10. If you're rolling two D10s, the 10 is the 0.
Yeah, so don't do it with a D100. Do a D10. Roll that first.
Oh, roll a D10
and that-
first.
Yeah, that one would need to be a 0, and then on the next one you'd have to roll 5 or lower for it to not work.
Oh, so don't
Right.
roll a D100.
Yeah.
What's
That's
the point of a
D100 for, like,
D100?
Well, no. It's just
For, like,
one. They're the same.
It's the
Because
same thing.
roll
Yeah, it's the
0,
same thing.
D100 is 100%.
Maybe roll 20.
Oh, I guess I could. Well, I have to log on to roll 20.
Basically, one goes like 0 to 99, and one goes 1 to 100.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Yeah.
63% chance that
Looks like
it
it's
did arrive.
No, it just means that it goes through. Like if you had rolled a 5%, that means it didn't go through.
Okay, so it does go through. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
let's hear the message. Actually, I should have you should have said the message first.
Hold on, I'm counting up the words.
Well, that's why you have
Yeah,
party
that's-
members.
Screw it, we'll do it
Yeah.
live.
It starts with
So is this thing on?
6.
Oh, God.
So your pet runs back, licking its heels. But the master is gone. Interesting to see how he'll be able to bring you what you need.
I think you have one more. You talk really fast.
Oh, well, leave it there. That's what I say.
Leave.
Yeah, leave.
Leave. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Ooh,
Murtag's
some,
actually counting for him in real life, but he's like, I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
like
what
in
you
front
did.
of him. Just
some sparring words, huh? Hold on, let me find the space so I can actually get my words out. You know, because the Weaver is actually a very clever man and well spoken.
I should have said your pet Jameson. That would have been better. Ah, well.
Yeah, I think next time we should probably workshop it a little bit.
I think it's like it came
Have
to
a
me in the
crowd.
moment to try, and I don't think like good on my feet. It's more of
Yeah.
like a analytical thought process that I need to follow.
Well, sometimes it's better to not think and just do.
That's a very apt assessment, my tag.
My friend Tom the Cruise used to say that to me.
Was that in the play Mavrak?
Yeah. It's crazy because they had like these ships, but now they're like real life. You know, it's crazy. First you
Crazy
think
how-
of it, and next you build it. You know?
Art mimics life. Sometimes even precedes it.
Especially like the samurai sword thing.
It's crazy. Did you head yet, Kev, or is it being sent to the house?
I think it's being sent to the house.
Well, I think it's being made.
I mean,
What a,
Just
what,
pay
a,
for it.
what a bad time to have left.
I know.
You could be dead before you get back there. And
You know what? Find Alfred just like swinging up, like
Alfred's like a 9th level fighter,
what?
way of the samurai.
If
Yeah.
you want it, come and take it.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Now I am.
So after you send your message and you have a feeling that it flew far, far away, like an echo disappearing into like a canyon, right?
Mhm.
Several moments passes, and a slow yet steady voice whispers back to in your ear, your mind's ear. And yet, the dear denizens of Uranthus are without a home due to all your lackings. Did your master leave you too?
Fuck, that was good.
Wrecked.
Wait. What happened with Aaron Thos again? Was that?
That's the Elven city that fell, like that Jameson was able to corrupt the world
It
crystal.
got blown up, basically.
That's right.
Anyways,
Care-
I'm gonna go shovel some coal.
Oh wait, here, and I like walk with him and I'll cast the floating disc. Like, we can load the coals up on that and it's fine. I'm gonna send
Okay.
another message back and then I'll be done.
Okay.
It's like the worst way to count.
Yeah, with your middle fingers first.
Let me,
It's a
Oh, wow.
counter every time you tap the screen.
Yeah.
there's a tap counter.
Hmm.
1 second. Okay.
Okay. It's true. My faith in my master has been rocky. Still, my goal remains to hunt you.
5
How many more do I have
6
left?
more words. 6.
I guess your pet will do.
Dude, I don't know what he said to you, but I feel like you got him on that one.
He's making fun of us for not stopping the world crystal from being corrupted. The bastard.
Well, he has like a whole organization. It's just like a
And
couple
right,
of us.
we're 4 people.
And we're like basically being,
Sometimes 5, sometimes 6, but
And sometimes people get added and taken away randomly. You know, it's funny, my tag. I've been chasing this man for close to a year now. The first time I see him, in front of me, chased him for so long. He's in a prison cell. And I didn't know it was him until it was too late. The attack on Espa, Erenthos, could have all ended if I had known then.
Do you think we could have killed him? Well, I can't
Don't
remember how he
think
got
we-
out.
He kind of, well, we got thrown out of the prison because I got mad. And Captain Kerry thought I was going to kill him. Which, to be fair,
Let's see.
Would
but
have been okay.
I don't think we could have killed him. I think we could have gotten to him weak before, I mean, he killed us, and maybe others could have stopped him. It's too early for us.
Yeah, it'd be cool to survive. I
It
think.
would.
So maybe
It
it's a good
is.
thing. Even though a lot of people died, you know, we're still alive.
Yeah. There's only one way to get back what
Okay.
Kaledmore owes me on this part of the deal. And sadly, it requires me to be alive.
So, the same whisper returns to your mind's ear, and the voice says to you, Klein has served his purpose. Hunt him if you must, but be warned, cornered dogs are just as dangerous.
Who's Klein? Is that Jameson's last name?
Must be Jameson.
Um, when you guys searched this,
Oh,
searched
JC
this
was the thing.
chess and or whatever,
Oh,
the letter said Klein, or also known as Jameson.
That's right. That's right. Well, give me a shovel.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay, so
How long does it take, Philip? Like, how much of the day does this take?
I mean, you're supposed to do it throughout the day. What was it, every some hours?
6 hours. Or like, how is it like a 2-hour job, or is it like
Oh,
10 minutes?
probably like it's less than 30.
Okay, good.
I mean, of good shoveling, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm assuming Bruin is helping with the shoveling periodically, but I do want, if possible, to help. I want him to continue working in the kitchen as much as possible.
Okay.
And if he can, I'm gonna use my Know Your Enemy ability,
Uh-huh.
and I just want to eat every single person who comes in.
Uh-huh.
At the time, he's gonna check to see if the total class levels and like basically like their experience or whatever is more than his,
Okay.
or and current hit points. So I guess if they just look like tough.
Okay. So,
So
let's see.
and he's only looking for people who are superior to his. So like he's looking to see if there are people above.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me I know you don't normally have to make roll, but because you're doing this check on so many different people,
Yeah.
can I get a D20 out of you? And I'll probably make this DC. You can use a proficiency bonus as well.
Just- Oh, okay.
Since you have done this quite a bit as far as sizing people up, I'd say a DC of 15.
So this is just a straight D20 plus my proficiency.
Correct.
Okay. He's just to clarify, he's only looking for people who are like superior to his, so above 11 or more than 91 hit points.
Wait,
So-
above above 11, level 11 or 91 hit points. Got it. Okay.
Oh, he's gone.
He gone.
Well, wow, he's gone. Never mind.
So, does anybody have anything else they want to do? No, just kidding.
He's back.
That was quick. But so what did you last year?
So you said basically anybody with a level 11 or higher or 90 something hit points or above.
Yeah.
So you don't need to know like
No, I'm just looking for like the people who stand out type of thing.
but in
and I
the
rolled a-
process you would have to basically scan everybody.
Yes, I would. I'd have to look at each person for like a minute.
Okay.
And
Just 1 minute.
yeah,
Alright.
just a minute.
All right. Go ahead and roll your d20.
I did roll, so
Oh.
that's what you missed. I rolled a 14 plus 4 for 18.
18. Okay. So, for the people that do enter the mess hall,
Yeah.
you're able to size most people up since it's only given a minute. There may have been people that are just walking through, but
Yeah.
for a majority of people, you're able to kind of size up. And if you do it through lunch, you definitely got a lot of people.
Yeah.
That said, scanning 60 people is an hour.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. But generally, there's not the majority of people, I want to say, like, are nothing of note. Just general workers.
Yeah.
Who may, I don't know, wouldn't necessarily have a class level. And nowhere near the amount of hit points. We're talking about easy
Yeah.
one-shot kills if you really wanted to
Gotcha.
go I don't know, Hulk on them.
Just pull Skyrim out him. I'm getting
Yeah.
bored of this.
That said, you're able to find do you know if they're like slightly below you, or is it just basically all or nothing?
It's just superior, inferior, or the same.
Okay.
So I don't.
Then if that's said, there is one individual, a hulking of a man, probably like, shoulders above everyone else. He has walked through, and he's like, he eats double the portion that everybody else is eating at this point. He's bald. He's tatted from the ear down the neck, and it kind of disappears into his shirt. He is clean shaven, but his arms are as big as his head. His head sits on the top of a mountain.
So Yeah. So I guess this is just for hit points, as far as hit points are concerned. You're saying, or is this like?
Yeah, hit points
Yeah.
concerning.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right.
Okay.
Cool. I think that's.
So there's one guy Bruin has to worry about.
It's like. Otherwise, I think he's helping out in the kitchen, doing the coal, or I think he's just like, I don't know, like how people like kill ants with like lights or whatever. I think he's just doing this mirror, and he's just like pointing it at random like pointing the sun at random things on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Burning it.
I guess not like with the intention to burn, but just like messing with things. Like see someone just walking and just
Okay.
Just blinding random people.
Yeah.
not like with intention to blind. It's not gonna make a good blind, but just like what is there like right there? I don't know. Something like that.
With the intention to annoy them.
Yeah. Intention to annoy. Just harmless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Ruins.
Ruin Bruin. All right.
Yeah.
Wait.
That was all.
Oh, okay. Anything else?
Murtag specifically was avoiding any kind of duties.
Is
what
he
I
in
remember
cat
from
form?
last night. If he needs to like hang out, he will do that.
Okay.
Like, to not get caught.
I think it'd be pretty noticeable if people are slacking off, just by a random like officials or ranking officers of the ship. So if you were a cat, it'd probably be less strange for you to lounge around.
Okay. Well then, I just like try to find a sunny spot out
Okay.
of the way. Do cat things.
Okay. Sometimes you see a bird in mid-flight.
Do I ever get tempted to jump off and get it?
I mean, it's like flying like by the ship. Since you're right there, you can probably, I don't know.
Could probably reach it.
That Norqual.
I am like on the deck doing, just whatever task, sweeping or cleaning.
You don't realize your task is down in the.
I just kind of snuck out of that one. It just
Okay, roll a sneak.
Extended
Stealth.
sneak.
that is a 9.
As you are trying to walk up the stairs, you hit a squeaky step stair or whatever, and your superior turns around and says, "Hey there, where do you think you're going? We still got work to do." And he's like holding up all this rope.
Dang it!
I like the night. I like
I thought I heard somebody call for me. That's
I don't think so.
dang it.
I like that. Like Norfolk can like sneak into like a guard like house and like you can do all this like crazy stuff, and then it's like trying to get out of this like one job. He can't like escape guys.
Yeah, we about that. We're gonna have to tie the rest of this down. And he puts out his hand with the rope in it.
The next chance when he's like
Not
I'm
looking.
gonna try to sneak again.
Okay. He's a little bit more careful this time. It would probably be a roll at a disadvantage. The next time you get.
Okay.
Okay. So just let me know when you want to do it.
In like maybe in 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. So that said, you might not get a chance to.
Oh.
Okay. So, let me get back to my notes here. Okay. All right. Sometime during the second day aboard the Pyropeller, an errand boy comes to find. I guess you guys decided to all take a break at the same time. You kind of timed it so that you guys are all by the corner of the crew cabin, and the errand boy comes and says that he has a message to deliver, and he goes, "Oi, mates! Hey,
Hello there.
I have a message for the lot of you, and let's see." And he okay, I think it goes a little something like this. The gentleman of your group is cordially invited to have dinner with the Grand Merchant Jaquez in his suite on the deck of the ship.
Wow. Sweet.
Interesting.
Like right now?
It's probably about mid-afternoon, so yeah. It's like as soon as you can.
Okay.
Well, we gotta get changed. We still have like the nice clothes. in the,
He goes,
bag of holding, right?
that's the end of my message. So good luck. You know how to get there, right?
Not really.
Small ship.
No.
Take the stairs in the back. Go up to the deck and go through that main shiny door thing. And he leaves.
Okay.
Can I get my clothes out of the bag of holding?
Did you put clothes in the bag of holding?
Fancy
Nice.
clothes from the party.
Yeah.
Party.
I guess if he's doing, we can all do it.
No, I'm
Well,
gonna
yeah.
wear my armor.
Everyone's gonna wear his fancy clothes.
Okay. So, assuming whoever wants to get changed, you can get changed to your fancy clothes. Otherwise, the group of you head up the stairs at the back of the ship. There's also one in the front, but that's usually for kind of more upper tier people to access. Though you guys are special guests apparently now, so however you want to do it. You take the stairs at the front or the back?
Front. Baby.
After you switch into
Yeah.
the fancy clothes? Okay.
Yep.
Now-
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Whenever we're like about to walk into this place, I want to cast True Seeing on myself.
Okay.
It basically gives me true sight. I notice secret doors
Interesting.
into my magic.
Oh, hold up. Let me think about this.
I can see into the ethereal plane, all out to a range of 120 feet.
Mm,
Whoa.
So anyone that has like is using magic to step between planes to hide, I can see.
And disguises. Like,
Yeah, any illusions,
okay. Okay.
anything like that. And I have that for an hour.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
Wait, when you look at me, what do you see?
What do I see when I look at Murtag?
Do you see like a cat? and
That's a good
person?
question.
Well, is your human form a disguise, or is it just another shape you have?
I don't know, to be honest.
Also, do we know that you're a cat? Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
guys
do.
know.
Yeah.
I just like the thought. It's like
He just
Sam,
like
but with,
revealed it one morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Pretty
Remember-
much.
I like the thought that when he sees Murtag, he just sees him, but with like cat ears and like.
Yeah.
It's just like the
It's
movie
like-
Cats.
What?
You don't
Cat
really
turn into?
see, because it says the true sight really only goes to like secret doors hidden by magic, and also things that can into the ethereal plane.
Well, it's true sight, so I can see anything that's invisible. I see through
willing
illusions.
creatures gives the willing creature you to see things as
True
they
sight.
actually are.
Yeah, I believe true sight also has.
It's
dark
true
vision.
sight, not true seeing.
Well,
I
it's
believe it's the
both.
same thing.
True seeing gives you true sight.
True seeing is the spell gives me the effect of true sight. It's like dragons have it that they can see
Yeah.
the illusions. I can try and find the status effect in the book. real quick.
Creatures with true sight can, out of specific range, see in normal magical darkness, see invisible
Yeah.
creatures, objects, automatically detect visual illusions.
Yeah.
Perceives the original form of shapeshifters or creatures that are transformed by magic.
Oh,
Yeah, so what is my original form?
Your original form?
This is
cat.
life altering. Wow.
it's weird. It's
Smart.
that
Actually, it's
same-
kind of like a mix
Nice.
between both.
You are a furry.
No. Actually, a mix between both would be those tabaxis or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like,
It's like the.
I
the
would
people
say
from
a
the
cat.
Cat musical.
Definitely a cat.
except the hands are all human. Just awful.
So anyways, you guys, as you guys are dressing into your nice clothes, some of the other crew members noticed as well, and they're kind of like making, like, in a sense, like cat calls and stuff like that, like, whoa, look at there, you know, like someone's move up in the world. But as you
Just
do
walk really
so,
slowly.
some people definitely have some strange glances your ways. Some of the crew member, it's like, who does this guy think he is, kind of thing. But I'm assuming confidence carries you through the moment, and you guys take the stairs up at the front of the ship and walk up. These stairs much nicer and wider, and it's only one set of staircase instead of the two that's near the back. So there's pretty much 3 sets of stairs that go between the floors of the
Yeah.
pyro pillar.
Like,
Yeah, something like that. It goes like that and goes. Okay. So, you guys get to the deck, and the all familiar deck. I'm sure some of you have mopped it before. And you see the shiny doors that lead into the suite that belongs to Jaquez himself. And as you get to the door, it is shut at the moment. You see Solaris whisper some words, seemingly randomly at a random time. So you look over and you see his eyes. What are your eye colors normally?
They're normally like white.
White?
Like yeah.
Well, I mean, like just white?
Wait,
The pupils. No, no,
No, like the irises, it's like a very faint gray, so like it's hard to,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You
But
do.
like when can I describe the spell?
Yeah, sure.
So I take this like powder and like run it between like my palms and I wipe it across my eyes and it's like, you know, like you put on like the paint for football that blocks the sun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, and my eyes are closed and it slowly sinks into my skin and it glows like a deep purple.
Mm-hmm.
And when I open my eyes, that same purple color takes over like my iris and it slowly fades so that there's just like little speckles of that purple color in there.
Oh, okay. Is it like the Stormlight Archive? You drink that
No,
stuff.
that's yeah.
The light eyes have to drink the stuff to become dark eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happens.
Well,
No witty
Let's get this
comment?
party started.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Is that like a drug?
The best kind of drug. Keeps everyone level.
Nice. That's nice.
So a few knocks, a moment later, a door opens, and you know this man to be Jaquez, who greets you at the door. He has very sharp features and very groomed facial hair. And it's like kind of a beard, but very thin lines.
Is he human?
He is human.
on the outside.
Yeah. But with your true sight, you see this person as a human.
A human.
He smiles warmly and says, Welcome. So glad you could all make it. Pardon me for the sudden invitation. But please, come in. You are my guests. So he kind of steps aside and kind of leads you into the room. And you see that the interior of this kind of space is very well decorated. There's like purple velvet in red velvet kind of draped around. It's like a sitting room. It's like a quiet sitting room. There are books lining a few of the walls, and there are multiple armchairs around and sofas and just kind of general seating scattered oddly around the room. Sitting in one of the armchairs is who you know as Luke Sampson in his cut-off sailor outfit. You can see on one of his arms a little anchor. He does have massive forearms, by the way. He glances up at you just for a moment before going back to his notes. Now, another man scoffs at your entry from across the room. And then there are two older ladies are seen laughing together in another part of the room. As they're laughing, this is much to the disgust of a haughty noblewoman. Nobleman. Nope, just kidding. Oh, okay. This is a haughty nobleman, picking through the books behind them. Sorry, I'm getting you're getting a lot of characters. I'm getting a little confused which characters I'm describing right now.
You're good.
Okay. Opposite, you do see a meek but smiling young tiefling woman perched on the edge of another armchair, clearly invested in whatever conversation had brought the two older ladies to laughter.
What color tiefling?
Red.
That's not good.
Does that mean she's evil?
Green. I don't know. Purple. I don't know.
I'm just joking.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter.
It looks like a living devil.
I just want to know what things I can hit her with potentially that she's not resistant to.
Okay. Jaquez smiles as he ushers you all to take your seats around the room. He goes, "Well, since everyone has arrived, I suppose I shall formally introduce myself. My name is Jaquez, and welcome to the Pyropeller. Dinner will be served shortly." And the kind of goes about, and you can see just beyond this room there's like kind of a dining area. And beyond that, there seems to be other entryways to different parts of this main big building that's on top of the deck.
Just out of curiosity, did Bruin help in any way to make the dinner? Like,
This doesn't seem to be part of your doing. It seems like there is a special maybe chef for this
Oh,
area.
yeah, he's got his own cook.
okay. Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for inviting us. This is like a big honor, you know? I mean, I realize we are a pretty important part of the crew, you know, special duty and stuff. So, you know, it just feels nice to be recognized for what we are.
Of course, you guys are very special guests, as I've said before.
John, how many people are in this room?
In this room, there are
6?
1, 2,
Excluding us.
okay, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5,
Oh,
6,
Is that including Jaquez?
including Jaquez.
So 6 other people.
So that no man's got at us.
Yeah, there are. On one of the persons, there is a bird. So 6 and a bird.
What do I see when I look at that bird?
Um,
Do I see a man trapped inside who's polymorphed to forever be a parrot?
no, it's just a bird. Very elegant looking bird, and like this is like the alpha male of birds. Like it's got all kinds of colorful feathers, and it's got the mohawk thing going.
So
Respect.
do I get a sense of, like, as we walk in, are they like looking down on us?
There are a couple people, but not everyone.
Definitely that nobleman.
No.
Bruin goes.
No.
Roots.
Okay, so you know
think
the
that-
nobleman.
I think the bird scoffed at us.
you know the nobleman to be Clayton Rackham.
Alright.
As we sit down, I'd like to sit next to the tiefling, if possible.
Sure.
If
Except-
she's cute.
Okay.
Could I sit
Yeah.
by the two chatty women?
Yeah. But so right now you're just kind of waiting for things to happen. But when we do finally move into the dining room to be seated, I can assign you to your different places, or you can
Oh,
let me
you know what?
know.
I would really like a drink. Need something hard after just a hard day of work. You know,
At this,
There was-
the
there was-
tiefling does perk up. She goes, "I'm sorry, I apologize. I'll go get the water shortly. Is water okay?"
something like hard.
any-
You
Any
know.
wine?
Of course, of course. And you can see that she kind of looks over at Jaquez, and Jaquez like nods and it's like, in a sense, like just nods in her direction, and then she like scurries off.
She was
There's no age limits in international waters, so you can drink on airplanes.
international.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Does the tiefling have anything on their person that would signify a like they belong to Jaquez, like a collar, a
Oh, of
bracelet,
that sort?
a marking of anything that
Um,
indicates that she's not a like willing servant?
Yeah, okay, so the tiefling is not dressed like the rest of the people in this room by any means. She does seem to be some kind of like servant girl of sorts. There are no clear visible markings of a slave, if that's what you're wondering. But you may roll a perception check. I'm just kidding. Whether you
Can I
succeed or
actually-
fail.
Can I actually just roll a perception check like around the room with true sight to see if anything pops out at me?
Okay.
Outside of people, like if there's anything
Well, you
hidden
can probably.
around me.
Yeah, you should go ahead.
Oh, a million.
In this specific room, you do not see anything that is.
24.
Yeah, you don't see anything specifically in this room that is out of the ordinary. The tiefling does come back and delivers your drinks. She said, I apologize. I should have brought these, or I should have asked sooner.
Oh, thank you.
It's no big deal.
And
I
she
take,
is like visibly shy too. So
I take
What's
like,
your
a little
name, dear?
sip.
Ario.
Ariel?
That's correct.
Wait a second. Wait.
What?
Ruin does a double take. She doesn't look familiar at all, does she?
No,
Okay.
possibly a coincidence, but I did not think about that.
Okay. I
Could
wouldn't
be,
have known.
could be. I could change my mind. This could be
Well,
it. No, I'm just kidding.
It would have meant that the person that Bruin knew, like, had sold their soul to the actual devil. So she would have been like a tiefling because of her own reasons, which would have been a little bit different.
That'd been really funny, but I did not have that in mind.
Okay. Just check.
Maybe
I don't care about this dinner
it's
now. I
it's
wanna
all
know
part of the
Ariel.
plan.
Come back next week.
Pleasure to meet you, acquaintance, Ariel. I'm Salas.
Pleased
name's
to
Murtag.
meet you and you, Master Murtag and Solaris.
I'm Bruin steps in. He obviously wasn't part of this conversation. I'm Bruin, and he gives her a hard stare to see if there's any Never mind.
Recognition.
She does not have
Yeah.
more hit points than you and is not higher class
Yeah.
than you.
No. So he gives a hard stare to see if she looks familiar, and then
As you
backs off.
hard stare her, you can see her like noticing and then like looking away, like doesn't want to make eye
Like-
contact with you.
All right, that's true. And then he wanders off.
Okay. While this is going on, you do see Clayton yell out, "Servant! There are other guests here and I would like my beverage, please." In a very rude tone, might I add. And you see she like kind of is shook by this and like scurries over to basically take his order. You don't really hear the interaction they have. Meanwhile, this whole time the two ladies also are still chatting away and laughing.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to kill this guy. I whisper to them.
Hey, Bruin,
Yeah.
can you size him up for us? Let us know what you
Okay.
think.
What do you want to know? And he just
Start staring.
Let's know how seasoned he is and how hearty his constitution may be.
how season like I'm guessing like class levels and
Yeah.
I like to refer to him as class levels.
RP episode, dang it.
Okay.
Constitution score, I guess is what it is.
Or like his hit points is what I was going for.
Okay.
Can you tell ability scores?
No.
Just strength, dexterity, and constitution. I can see.
Oh, okay.
I can compare it to mine.
Okay.
But yeah. So total class levels and current hit points. And I'm not like trying to make it the most obvious thing in the world.
Okay. I don't know. Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Can I help?
I sure. I don't.
I just like so as he called Ariel over, I would like to intercept one of the drinks off of her tray and be like, Lord Rackham, is that any way to treat someone that's been serving you so eloquently this evening? Do mind your manners. And I want to like hand him a cup.
I am the captain of the ship.
He in response to this, he does say, "And who might you be, crew member?"
It's a common misconception. Though we do work here on the ship to garner our passage, we're anything but crew, my lord. Sars Ravenwood, one of the four horsemen.
At this, you do hear
Oh, goodness.
Jaquez go, yes, let's calm down. We haven't even begun dinner. He says, Clayton, Mr. Clayton, you'll have to understand that these four gentlemen are very important guests, highly recommended by the master builder of the ship and also friends of Prince Halford himself.
I'm just gonna like take a drink and give him a wink as he says that.
He at this he kind of does like turns his nose and kind of like looks away and doesn't really a little bit like I don't know teed off, but he doesn't even respond.
I I want to go like wrap my arm around Solaris and just kind of like, oh, let's get away. That's enough for one. And whisper as we walk
Okay,
away. It's
so
like,
what
I'm
did you
gonna
roll?
Oh, for sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Wait, did Solaris help me or not?
Yeah, I said he did. He made enough of a joust.
Then I rolled a natural 20 for the sleight of hand.
Wow. Okay, nobody sees what you're kind of seeing. I don't know. Okay, so what are you trying to gain specifically?
Well, I was just using the know your enemy to see if his hit points were more than mine, less than mine, or neutral.
Inferior.
Yeah, superior, inferior.
Inferior. On the hit points.
Inferior. Okay, and then total class levels.
Inferior.
Inferior. Okay.
Cough
Is
and
it
play turkey.
inferior?
Okay. Let's see. Let me go back to my people here.
You know, I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those like murder mystery.
Dude, I'm about it. I'm having so much fun with
It was
this, like
it was almost dark.
this dinner
We're gonna,
stuff.
like the lights are gonna go out. We're gonna eat
Knives
food.
Out.
One is poisoned.
Dude, Knives Out was such a good movie. I like it.
So, this is falling into it. Wink, wink.
Murder on the Pyropella Express.
I'm gonna get a southern accent.
all of a sudden develop a southern accent. Okay, so as you guys are kind of waiting around, people kind of just mind their own business. Meanwhile, you do see Luke Sampson seems to be taking a lot of notes in a little notebook. But it is announced by Jaquez that that dinner is ready and that we should be seated before it's served. And each of you will take a respective spot as per your request. However,
No tiefling.
Ariel does not sit.
Oh.
Makes sense.
So, does anybody specifically want to sit next to each other? It was kind of assumed that the four of you would sit together as the space was left for you. But if you wanted to, like, specifically walk over and like, as you're walking to the dining room, that you try to interject yourself in a certain between people or something, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd like to just kind of mix it up.
Okay. So
wanna
in the group, who would you like to sit next to? Specifically, who are the outliers? We'll assume that everybody sits together unless you tell me otherwise.
I just want to be like near the two chatty women.
Okay.
And try and pick up on some gossip. So
Okay.
if they could be like, if like the guys are on my right, if I could be like them to my left,
Okay.
or like whatever orientation that could be.
Clearly, the head of the table is taken by Jaquez himself. But yeah, we can
I'd
definitely
like-
make that happen.
To sit next to Luke Sampson.
Okay.
But, well, I don't want to sit too close to the top of the table.
Okay. So, yeah, that's fine. Clayton Rackham does sit pretty close to the front.
Can I sit?
Okay.
Can I sit between Clayton and
Jaquez.
Jaquez? Yes.
As you tried to sit yourself there, Clayton walks around to the other side, so he's still sitting next to Jaquez.
I make sure that my shoulder is definitely touching his.
Okay, so I don't know if you know what a head of a table is. It's not it's not possible unless you move your chair right next to Jaquez.
No. I'm talking about if he's gonna swing to the other side. Clayton.
Oh, you're gonna sit next
I
to
made
Clayton.
sure-
You're gonna
'cause I was
follow.
gonna
Okay,
say-
so you basically interject, and you're gonna follow follow him around as he goes around.
I do
That's not awkward.
because yeah.
I was like, oh, excuse me, I didn't know you were trying to sit right here. I was gonna talk to Jaquez.
There is another seat.
You're right, so you could. 'Cause I was here first.
Okay.
I don't know if Kevin, do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a table like this, a long table. Jaquez is sitting here.
Uh huh.
Clayton was gonna sit here, but you went here instead. So Clayton went over here. Did
I
you
just wanna
follow
sit
Clayton to this side?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you sitting one? You're sitting
sit
basically. You're
one
putting
down.
Clayton between you and Jaquez.
Yeah. I mean that. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
You could sit to the side of Jaquez. You're just across from Rackham.
Yeah.
No, I'll sit right next to Rackham.
Okay.
Okay.
Weird timey wimey.
Anyways, there's
this.
this like weird shift, and wow, you see Jaquez just kind of like looking up and then watching you guys walk around him. Even by this, Clayton Rackham is kind of like he was kind of already kind of pissed at your group. Now he's like even more. So he has like he does so far he hasn't had a good like interaction with you guys yet.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bruin is like full lost puppy. He was like trying to sit with you guys, and then you guys like split directions.
No. You can sit. You can sit to the right of Solaris.
Yeah.
Or you could sit next to me.
No, that's the thing. I like the imagery that he's gonna sit by Norkel, and then Norkel just like picked up and left.
Listen,
It was just like kind of by himself, maybe, or he was not by himself, but the seat where Norkel was going to sit by, and then just got left there.
Sweet. I will say, like, none of this ultimately matters. I'm just trying to get a sense as far as who's close enough to hear who and then know what.
Yeah.
So, well, all I know so far is Solaris is next to the sisters, and then Norcol is next to Clayton. What about you two?
Murjag's next to the
Next to Samson.
Samson.
Oh, Samson, and then Bruin.
Wherever Norkel was gonna sit first, it was like one of the seats by there,
Okay,
and then
so it'd be on one side. It'd be it starts at the head, going clockwise. You have Jaquez, Clayton, Norqual, Bruin, Solaris, the two sisters. Well,
just the
the two sisters would start wrapping around, and then you have let's say Luke Samson, Murtag,
That's it, right?
a gentleman,
That's Scotland.
and his bird. And I think that covers everybody. But you don't know who the gentleman is. He hasn't talked at this point. But he seems to be sitting on the other like side of Clayton.
Okay.
Okay.
you guys mind if we
Switch seats.
break?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
I gotta practice Louisiana accent.
Well, I
Wish I
do
could do
declare, Mr. Rackham.
Well, don't you see?
Oh,
Daniel Craig.
Kevin, what was your Oh, he's not there.
Hey, John,
Hey, what's up?
have you heard of a game called Total Warhammer?
Mm-hmm.
Total
When I get
Warhammer?
my
Dark Tide?
yeah, Total Warhammer 3.
Uh.
No, not Dark Tide.
Which one?
It's like it's called Total Warhammer 3, and it's like a big strategy game.
Wait,
Like, you
is it
play
just
a different-
the actual game but digital version?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like it's a lot of fun, so I bought it.
Mm.
And my friend Ethan has it.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking, talk you and Kevin into playing it.
Mm-hmm.
We could have like a 4-player campaign going on
Wait,
and just rule the world.
how does it work?
Okay, so
Is it like
you can
Risk?
pick whatever faction you want to work. You want to like be like you'd be orcs, ogres, demons, other like alien things, elves, dwarves, the lot. High
Mhm.
fantasy creature you can think of, they've got it. You can be the rat people from Vermintide.
Oh, wow.
There's some lizard people, some mummies, some vampires.
But a session would last a long time, right?
Yeah, we would do it in like
Chunks.
game nights. How we would do like how we used to do Divinity Original Sin.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like that, and we would be like working together as a team to like help each other. There are like short campaign, medium campaign, and long campaign goals. So like
Yeah.
we could just go until everyone gets their short campaign goal or their long one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the coolest part, right? So let's say my army moves to like take this capital or something. You guys can jump in the fight with me, and I can give you guys units to control, and then
Okay.
we all like fight together. But if you have an army next to my army, both of our armies will go and fight at the same time.
Okay.
Check out like some gameplay,
Okay.
and I
Warhammer
it looks
3.
like a lot of fun. Yeah, Total Warhammer 3.
You know Baldur's Gate's about to release.
I know.
Wait, that wasn't out already?
It was
Well,
in
it's been
beta.
out. But the full game's
Oh.
released sometime in August or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forgot on the stealth roll. I had the boots of Elvenkind.
You wouldn't have made a noise.
No noise. But I guess that. I'm just gonna say all my clothes were in the bag of holding.
Yeah, you had your work boots on.
Yeah.
You don't want to get cold. Nice boots.
Get his Timber.
I hope my food is poisoned.
Okay.
So you can be immune to it.
You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. So, as you guys sit down and take your spots, you are served by actually you get served by Ariel, and there's a spread of carved meats of the tender cuts. I don't know, some vegetables, whatever people eat, right? But it's nice. It's got everything got this nice shimmer to it, so it looks delicious, and it's like a green shimmer, like, and it kind of smells foul, but it's delicious. I'm kidding. That didn't happen. It's not poisonous,
It's,
or is it?
it's radioactive.
It's radioactive.
So all this food is delivered to you, and you people start eating, including Jaquez himself. There are some little goblets that have wine in it, and you see Ariel pour the same from the same bottle for every glass. But other than that, it's everybody's eating and chatting at the same time.
You notice like Murtag is like acting like he's drinking the wine, but he doesn't like the taste, so is like not really drinking it.
Are you being like, does the rest of the group see this?
Like, he thought it was like gonna be like grape juice, so the first one was like a big gulp, and it like wasn't good.
you
It's
slowly
like a
spit it
Merlot
back
when
out.
you were expecting a rosé.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to Bruin,
Oh,
making conversation, while kind of keeping the ear.
Yeah, I mean, at this moment, you're kind of just hearing like very quiet chatter. It seems that Clayton's trying to talk Jaquez's ear off.
Bruno was talking about sky fishing. Like, you think, like, we could snag ourselves a bear if we just, it just goes on for like 30 minutes. Like, but if you think of it,
Can I like, is it like a proper like 7-course like meal, or is it just like
5 course.
of course as like the second course the soup is being served? I want to lean over to the sisters and be like, how you said older women?
Yeah.
How like older? Like
Probably in
grandma, or
their late
30s.
mids.
they look like rich
late
down.
mid?
Like 40, in the 40, early 50 to middle 50.
Okay. All right. So
Wait, what are you asking
Lady.
him? Oh, okay.
I was like swallowing a piece of cheesecake in the back of my
Gotcha.
throat. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of being introduced. My name is Salas Ravenwood. What is your name?
We're known as the Fairbrand Sisters. Yep, you better start taking your notes.
I'm
You
writing
gotta
down
draw up
my
a profile.
notes.
Fairbrand Sisters.
Fairbrand Sisters. And
And what might your name be? And then one of the sisters laugh. It's like,
my
sister,
name
you've
is-
already asked that. I know, I was just playing.
Oh man, I regret sitting by them. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. How do you know the Lord Jaquez?
Let's see. Oh, well, if you must know, Jaquez invited us on this airship the pyropeller, if you will. Did you know it sounds very familiar to a propeller?
You know, it took me a moment to think about it, but I drew that conclusion. Very astute of you to notice as well.
Well, and then she kind of takes her imaginary fan and fans herself. Oh, it's no big deal. She goes, but continuing on where I left off. He noticed us because our work with on the mills and farmland around Espa. You know, we provide job security and very cheap produce for the working class.
Do I have any like prior knowledge of like the Fairbrand family? Little
Roll
more
a
about,
history
like,
check.
their public exploits.
It's just like Nabisco or something.
I
Just
really
like-
wish I had the tech thoughts up right now. That would be very helpful. Sorry, what am I? History?
Yep, history check.
13.
13. You may have heard the name, but you're not sure. You do. It does seem like, oh, that's not a thing that you ever really thought about. Like, who provides like food in the area? Is it owned by a certain group of people? And now that these two sisters are owning up to it, you can kind of go, okay, well, that makes sense.
So is it like, from what they're describing, is it like they're land barons? Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, a little bit. Basically, they're just like monopoly farmers, but they're not like actual like just taking over. They're not like evil or anything like that. They just
Okay.
own a lot of land that produces a lot of stuff.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mhm. Oh, farm tycoons.
Gotcha.
Well, okay. With that, I would say that someone of that status who specifically targets like kind of bolstering up the middle class because they're not super rich themselves.
Yeah.
It almost, based on the way they talk, seems to give off an impression like they come from like roots,
Mhm.
and they seem very like, based on that, your understanding, they're probably known for their kind-heartedness.
Okay. That's a pleasant surprise.
Except for they're making fun of you.
Who doesn't? I mean,
No,
when you walk around
it-
looking like Solaris,
They were laughing about something. We don't know if they were making fun.
that's
Or
what I'm trying to figure out.
but
But like pretty much like after every comment, or one sister makes a comment, the other one like is like in full support and like laughs with her or at her, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Basically,
Yeah,
they're the
creepy.
same person. They're just like
What?
one entity. Do they have different names?
They did introduce themselves as
I know.
two different people.
I was trying to figure out a way to like get their first names, but I couldn't like think of it.
Wait, no, they just said they were the Fairbrand sisters.
I know. I was like, and you are Margaret Fairbrand, and this is Olivia.
So at this moment, you just know them as the Fairbrand sisters.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
yeah.
Is
Now-
the oh, never mind.
No, you go ahead.
Is the guy with the bird doing anything, or is he just munching?
He seems to be a little bit more upstanding by the way he carries himself. It doesn't seem pompous. Just kind of sitting there, giving attention to Jaquez and being respectable to Clayton's rants about pretty much himself.
So he looks like he's disinterested in this conversation.
I wouldn't say he's disinterested by any means. I'd say he is attentive, but he's like, basically, he's not trying to insert himself or try to one up Clayton or anything like that.
I guess what I'm trying to do is introduce myself to him.
Oh,
It wouldn't
across the
be like
table? Well, should have chose a better spot. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we
Son
can.
with the bed.
I was like, "Good day, sir. My
Um,
name is Norkel. How are you doing? And who might you be?"
Fair, my young lad. My name is Mr. Ballard. Pleased to meet you.
Kind of just want to ask him like, how did you come by to know Mr. Jaquez?
I
Just trying to start.
so I
small
didn't mention this
conversations, though.
before, but he is
Yeah, the captain.
he from physical aspect, this guy has a beard, a long beard, and he's short and stocky.
Okay.
He's probably like just about at 5 foot, maybe 5'2", as you can kind of size him while you were walking in. But he is like stocky.
Does he look like a stocky human or just a dwarf?
Yeah, a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
He says, you know, I do a lot of dealings with Mr. Jaquez, and found out about him, and I wanted to understand the man behind, if you will. And he like leans in as much as he can, and kind of puts his hand over while Jaquez's attention is like being absorbed, like just eaten up, gobbled by Clayton. He like leans in and goes, behind the man with the riches, if you know what I mean.
Okay. And does your bird have a name?
Yes. And he reaches up and pats him on like backwards, so like pushes the feather back.
Yeah.
He's somewhat of a popular figure on aboard this ship. He's a former lord, you know.
Oh, really?
That is true, and
And,
I don't know of where.
and what
But-
might the former lord's name be?
The former lord's name is former Lord Baron Malchance. Did I give this bird his name? No. It appears that he gave it to himself. But we're inseparable for the most part. And I totally understand why you have such an interest in former Lord Baron Malchance. He is quite popular, like I said.
It's like, well, I mean, how popular could a bird really be?
Are you like talking across the table as well?
Yeah, no, he definitely is. Where no, he was on the opposite side of.
So
Kevin.
it's Clayton, Clayton, Norqual, and then you,
Yeah.
and then across from Clayton is where Mr. Ballard is sitting with former Lord Baron Malchance.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're basically like talking across like two people, but it's fine. It's not like it's a very loud room or anything like that.
Okay.
And then you hear the bird goes, popular.
Yes.
I'm gonna find your master.
Are you also sizing up the bird now?
Yeah, sizing up the bird.
It
Level
doesn't take
20
long,
druid.
but you get a feeling that the bird is inferior in all the ways that you want to inspect them with.
Knew it.
Accepted intelligence.
I don't know if any of you's first time seeing a bird that speaks common. But if it is a strange sight. And I don't know if for Solaris might be learned, but if he didn't, it would be funny because he goes, I don't think my spell's working. Clearly this bird's speaking common, but
I mean, Solaris isn't the smartest person.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Hey,
it was
I mean, we
definitely
did have a-
shocked when we heard the bird.
We had a
speak.
bird friend for a while.
Oh, that's true.
We
You've
did have a
known
bird
other
for a
birds that
while.
speak common.
So all birds speak common.
Yeah.
That's the conclusion.
All the real
Solaris
birds.
drew.
The
Yeah.
other birds aren't real.
So for a second, you thought this bird is, was it Aarakocra?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aarakocra.
It's just a baby Erica.
Goes
And that's
through
why it was a
15-year
former lord.
maturing stage. They
Yeah.
reform into an egg, grow into an Aarakocra.
It's funny. Anything else you guys would like to know?
Mr. Sampson.
He looks over. He doesn't. He kind of like acknowledge you visually.
Yeah, I noticed you were like taking notes, or reading notes. Like you really, you're pretty like a big, strong dude. Don't really look like a note guy to me. If I was gonna like put you in a category, it wouldn't be notes. You know?
It's funny that you say that, but you do see that he is at the moment like half eating, half writing notes down. He goes, it's just an interest, a hobby.
Huh.
And he's like kind of very short.
Like you just always like to write down stuff, or you like writing a book or something, or you just like
He's like,
diary. Like, what do you
he
take notes on?
just responds, it's for personal reasons.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Doesn't sound fishy.
yep.
You are sitting across from them. You can roll an insight check if you want.
I would like to do that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can do that too. But if you wanted to as well, Bruin, yeah, you were sitting across from him.
All right, I'll do it. No, it did better than me.
22.
Fair. Bruin got a 13, but
Okay. You said 22?
Yeah.
It does seem like it's not so much that he was trying to avoid the question, but more so that it's just not in his nature to speak too much about what he does and why he does it. But it does seem, yeah, it's just kind of a personal thing that he does.
Do you have any other hobbies? Like, I don't know, like throwing around frisbees?
He goes, I like to cook. I'm somewhat of an amateur cryptographer.
Huh. That's A map maker?
Wait.
but with words.
Oh, like puzzle. Like a
In some
ruler.
sense.
Yeah,
And
I
like
was,
half the
looking at-
time you don't even see him like looking at you anymore. He's just kind of like writing while he's talking to you and eating.
Huh. Yeah, I thought this meat would be better if they reverse seared it instead of searing it first. But I don't know.
What?
The food's decent.
Well, it's been nice getting to know you.
And for a brief second, actually, roll a perception check.
Perception
Mm-hmm.
21.
You see, wow, that's really high. Okay, you see two things. If you look in this direction, you can kind of see a glimpse of his notes, but you can't make heads or tails of it. It seems to be
Cryptic.
cryptic, but not in the like it's a cryptic like sentence or anything like that. It's just
Is it like a cipher?
yeah.
Cool.
And then you also see him, like, while Clayton is still just completely talking to just Jaquez, you can see him look over just a side glance for like a few seconds. This harsh, judgmental look. But he like kind of glances back at his own stuff.
Can I say between another one of the courses, Solaris like gets up to like go to the bathroom, and
Okay.
as I'm like coming back, I want to cast like detect thoughts, and I sit back at the table, and I just want to surface level read everyone's thoughts.
Oh,
What
Wow.
about my thoughts?
Okay. Let me see. Sorry, I have to look up the spell. All right, so duration up to 1 minute.
Yeah.
You can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell as your action on each turn until the spell ends. You can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature chose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, doesn't speak. Okay, so at least one out of one person in the party in this dinner you won't be able to understand.
Damn, I'm gonna get you, bird. I'm really like
Okay.
interested in because it's a short time frame. I don't know if I'd be able to hit
Yeah, so
everybody,
essentially
'cause
you
it-
can do
because I'd like to probe
So-
further.
so
depending on what I
so
hear.
10 times. You can read the thoughts of something 10 times or, probe deeper, right? So a minute, right? And then 6 seconds is each turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say like when I first like
How about
came back
you
into
I'll
the room-
share with you choose one and I'll share the thought and then you decide if you want to
yeah
probe deeper. Okay.
Cool.
And then I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's all it does.
Oh, but if
I
you
like-
probe
I
deeper,
think once
they have to make a
yeah.
wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, and if they succeed, they know I was fucking with their head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Double-edged sword. Okay, okay,
Yeah, and if I probe deeper, I can learn like specific things.
okay.
Okay. The first person I want to do it on is Jaquez. I want to get his perception of like Rackham's like
Well, you just get his surface thought here, so.
yeah.
Okay. As you dive into the mind for some surface thoughts of Jaquez, you hear, well, this man, stop talking.
Figured.
Mm.
I want to switch it over to Rackham.
Okay. It's just surface thoughts. Okay. The Grand Master Merchant Jaquez seems very interesting. Interested in everything I have to say.
Switch it over to Samson.
Crickets.
It's in a different language. It's like
What's going on in that stupid
Cryptic.
little head?
I want to try and catch him like
Let's see.
when he's not talking to Murtag, like when he like has resigned that conversation, has gone back to like his own
Okay.
like space.
As he's writing, and he's kind of pretty much emotionless right at the moment. Kind of a hulking of a man writing in a little notebook. Now I'm not. You may not have seen the glare that he gave.
Yeah.
Rackham, but he was still kind of lingering with that thought. He was like, Clayton is such a fake.
Okay, and then I think I'm gonna probe on
So that's 3,
Samson,
I think.
but I wanna quickly scan the surface thoughts of the oldest sister.
You're not able to tell though which one.
The one
do
closest to
them
me.
both and see if they're thinking the same thing.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so you are at 3. So you're gonna quickly probe one of the sisters.
Yeah.
One of the sisters like, this gentleman is rather good looking.
God. Who are they looking at? Not that.
Well, when you look at her to kind of try to detect her thoughts, she's looking back at you.
God. All right, back to Samson.
Oh, what?
All right, then, or whatever.
You're
back
doing
to
your
Samson.
5th one?
Well, I'm just gonna probe deeper on Samson.
Okay, so he rolled a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I lost the spell. I closed my book. If that's what it says.
Yes, wisdom saving throw. Okay. Let me find the stats. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It says either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, it can use its action.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So there's a part where, like, if the creature that I probe into, whether it succeeds or fails, if it uses its action and makes a check, it can tell that I'm the person that did it.
Oh, they just know
So-
someone's probing into his mind.
Yeah, they just know someone was messing with him.
Okay, so do you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like big stuff.
Okay. That would
Gonna
be
be,
a
17. Yeah.
13.
Fails.
Okay. Let's see.
So If it fails, you gain insight to its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. So, like, as he's thinking, Rackham is such a fake. I want to like latch on to that line of thinking and follow that thread back to like whatever animosity he holds towards Rackham.
Okay. So he, you do feel a sense of like deep resentment, to the point of hate for Clayton. And the thoughts you get is that he's only on the ship because of his family ties.
Do I get anything to like a personal reason why Samson doesn't like him or the family?
Just only the fact that he didn't earn his spot.
Okay.
Okay. So
If I can,
are you gonna shift your attention?
yeah, I want to probe into Rackham.
And for a moment, you do like see, right? Does he notice?
So that's the part of the spell that like I don't fully
Okay, the creature's thought.
like,
The creature
get
can
the
use.
part. Because it says if I don't shift my attention.
Okay, so
the
he
creature can
knows something's probing into his mind, but he doesn't. The only thing is if you don't shift your attention, then he gets to do a check.
Yeah.
Okay. To end the spell. So at the moment, he like looks up for a second, kind of like, winces,
Mhm.
and is aware at the moment. So where you shifting
Yeah.
your attention to? So that was the fifth one. You have 5
Yeah,
more.
I want to probe on Rackham.
Rackham. Okay. Oh, that's a fail. All right, let's see. What can you discern? Okay. He seems to be like in a ecstatic in thinking that he is winning a lot of favor of Jaquez. Well, it's not she. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I'm for real. That was just a mistake.
I'm just kidding.
He, from the thoughts that you are, I don't even know like specifically saying, but from the thoughts that you're hearing, you can tell that this person is a very selfish, ill-tempered and prone to assumptions. Just by like the interaction that you're getting from Jaquez and him.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of takes like anything Jaquez says, he takes it and like just like runs with it, and like just even if it's the worst thought in the possible.
Okay.
And if you don't already know, he looks down on people lower than his status.
Yeah, got that one. I'll switch it back to one of the sisters. I won't probe. I just want to say.
So the other sister?
I mean, might as well do the one that finds me attractive. Maybe they'll
Oh, okay.
be more talkative. I just want to say, when we entered the parlor earlier, you guys were laughing or talking about something, and I do love a good story. Would you mind recanting it for me? And like thinking their surface thoughts. That way,
Okay.
when I say it, whatever pieces of it comes to mind, I get to glimpse it.
Okay. Well, it's like, oh, it's nothing. It's just a joke between sisters. I believe we might have been talking about puns or something or another. And as they're saying it, those are the exact thoughts. Like, they honestly don't remember what they were saying.
Well,
But it
if you
doesn't
do
seem
remember-
important if that's any consolation.
Yeah.
They're just a jovial couple, I guess.
Gotcha. All
And
right.
Rackham was probably looking down on them because they're like not as rich.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go back to
Rackham
eating
in
my
a sense does
salad
feel that
now.
he is the also Rackham also like for a brief moment stops his conversation with Jaquez and like looks around. You got two people really suspicious, like, well, who's this person mind reading us or whatever.
The little icon of the game just went yellow for a second.
Yeah. Ding.
Goodness. Gotta hide in a bush for a second.
Yeah. Sit down on
Okay.
the bench with my. hold
So
on.
you have like 3 left.
I'll let it go.
Oh.
I'm done probing.
I thought you were gonna
Like I'm getting
read the
it.
thoughts of your
Yeah.
compadres.
Nah.
Come on.
Goodness.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
That would be funny though. Just probe deep into one person, like
Yeah.
just like I don't know, we're talking about his origins or like Norkel
Dude,
about
Bart is really curious about this other
What?
family you got that you won't like introduce us to. You may be sleeping one night and you just get probed.
some
So
Oh, he's getting probed.
Back on it.
as you guys anyways, as you kind of finish your probing, you do let's see, it would probably be Norqual and possibly, I mean, he doesn't seem like he's talking very quietly, but Norqual and Bruin, you do hear over from Rackham kind of speak loud enough for other people to hear. He was like, and Grand Merchant Jaquez, I don't see why you must surround yourself with these people. If it's a matter of goodwill, you've already done plenty for the city. And Jaquez is being very friendly and not trying to defend anybody, but he's smiling. So no, everybody here deserves to be here. And they're all special guests, just reaffirming like the fact while he's trying to like calm this situation down. At this very moment, you do get Luke Samson like kind of drop, like kind of place his fork or whatever what he was eating with. He's got one hand a pen, another hand a fork, and he just puts his fork down really hard. And and you believe you should be here. And at this, it's almost you get a sense of like Rackham, like turning and like this is what he wanted. And then they kind of basically just start going at each other. And most of which is just insults. Rackham talking about the lower family status of Samson's family, the Samsons, living in a suburbia like type deal. Let's see, and Luke basically going off on the fact that he wouldn't be here if it for the same reason, like you're only here because of your family. and it kind of goes back and forth until you do see Jack Quest trying to calm the situation. Meanwhile, like this whole time, Jack was trying to calm the situation. Meanwhile, some of the other people are like kind of getting into it, like either picking a side or whatever. Most of them don't pick Rackham's side, of course. But Jack Quest finally goes, no. It's supposed to be a celebratory dinner for guests, and there's no need for all this animosity. And I don't know, what are you guys trying to fuel the fire, or are you guys trying to resolve any?
Just watching. Just like,
Just
whoa, this
soaking
is
it in.
crazy. Murtag is like pretty uncomfortable around like verbal conflict. You know, he's just like, I don't know. He didn't really grow
Yeah,
up with
Luke
that.
Sampson, who's like standing up at this point next to you.
Yeah, I feel really small.
Bruin goes,
think-
we need a duel.
I just say, man, this guy's like a hot shot or something. He thinks he's a hot shot.
Right to the person you're sitting next to.
Yep. If he hears it, he hears it.
And Jack was like, no, we don't need any of that aboard the ship. It's supposed to be, we would like to reach our destination in one piece for everyone.
Solaris is gonna like stand up, like pick up his wine glass and like walk over. Did like Rackham and Samson kind of like close distance? Like, did they get like a little closer? To each
No,
other,
they're
like,
still
amidst their
standing on
arguing?
like apart from each other because of the tables in the way.
Oh, is Samson on the other side? I thought they were on the
Yes.
same side.
Yeah, they're on us. Yeah, they're on opposite sides.
Mr. Ballard.
And Samson's too removed from the head of the table, so they're kind of like at a little
Okay.
bit of a cross as well.
I'll fuck with Rackham. I'll like walk over and like I get to Rackham and I'm like, Lord Rackham, no one's disputing the honor that is associated with your family. Hallowed be their name. But there is hallowed, that means blood. I don't know what that word means. Anyway,
Make their
as distinct as the name may be. There we
Uh-huh.
go. I said that. I think the point young Master Samson is making is that it doesn't matter what start you had in life, but those that may come from less fortunate means but seem to make their way here anyway deserve the same attention as those who had a leg up from the start.
At this point, you do get both men's attention. Like they kind of stopped yelling at each other. You kind of asserted your alpha, and I would like you to roll a persuasion check or deception, whatever you're trying to roll here.
My persuasion's higher. It's 15.
Oh, I mean, pretty good. And they both roll lower than that, so okay. Yeah, they kind of like calm down and just kind of like, because their attention was for a moment broken from one another. At least for Rackham, knowing like his position, well, his social status, he's like, well, this is, beneath me kind of thing. While Samson realizing like this is not his personality. He's reserved, So they kind of sit back down, and Samson goes back to writing in his notebook and eating his dinner. and say Rackham tries to kind of play it off like, oh, like that didn't bother me kind of thing, and he like fixes his little bow tie or whatever, and starts being very, showy in his richness or whatever. So with that, the dinner kind of eventually resolves, and the evening is upon you guys. You have your last cup of whatever drink you had. Ariel does come by and bring Murtag, or ask if Murtag want anything else to drink. Assuming milk, she brings that over.
Yeah, that would be awesome, actually.
But other than that, the evening resolves and comes to an end, and Jaquez turns to the four of you and says, we do have rooms set aside for you. Two may occupy one, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, do we gotta take care of the coal? Do we gotta? I didn't be the downer here, but.
So you 6 hours is a long time unless you had a 6-hour dinner or whatever. But yeah, you'll still need to take care of it. Or actually, no, because nobody else really knows how to do it besides you guys.
Is it time for it to go? Didn't we get summoned from the boiler room?
No, you guys got summoned during the afternoon break.
Oh, yeah.
So I say by the end of it, when you guys were released to go back and kind of go back to your rooms, then during that time you can find time to shovel some coals into the chute.
All right.
Are our rooms anywhere near? Is it the nice rooms?
Yeah, they're all attached to the big building.
Okay, cool.
On the deck.
Are we somewhat relieved of our duties besides shoveling coal?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
Are we somewhat relieved of our duties besides the shoveling coal part?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
For
But it's not. He didn't say anything, so you can imply it if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what the rich people do a lot of times. They just imply it, Yeah.
Sorry, I wrote a lot of notes on this. Okay.
On this what? The dinner?
This whole sessions. Okay.
Well, gentlemen, I believe it's coal o'clock. I think it's my turn to get to shoveling. So you all enjoy the finery here, and I'll come back once I've stocked up for the next shift, yeah?
Do you need help?
Yeah, Norval would love to go help you.
I'll take it. I don't think I've shoveled coal yet.
No, it's fine. I would like a moment to myself.
Hey.
A little manual labor help clear the mind,
Insight check. Just kidding.
Yeah. I would like to do that.
Go for it.
Okay.
Hey, you're gonna get in on this action.
15.
Who volunteers to shovel coal?
No.
Oh, Solaris doesn't really do a lot of labor. He just summons a magic shovel and it does for him. But
Well, I kind of want to, at least volunteer myself since I haven't done it yet.
Is this a
Perception.
wink or situation?
Perception 9.
Ah,
Is he telling the truth?
I mean, he does want to be alone, but you get the feeling it's to do something else while he's down there.
I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna still go with him. I've known
before
Solaris the longest.
before Narquil leaves, I'll just be like, hey, I think maybe he's like wants to do something else. Just make sure he doesn't like hurt himself or do something really stupid.
Yeah, he's like really
Yeah,
gloomy
yeah.
and all the time, you know.
When have I ever done something stupid?
We're just like, right.
Yeah, usually he's the one resolving the stupidity of the group.
He's part of the group.
Oh yeah, we're all right. Oh my bad.
You know, by proxy, I'm associated with
Okay.
bad planning.
So, let's say the two of you guys go go to your new room.
Yes.
And the two of you will go to the coal room.
How did Clayton Rackham look as far as drunk level? Like, was he pretty drunk or like?
He got a little buzz, I
like
think.
just
I don't know.
buzz
Roll an
or-
insight check. I'll give you more specifics.
19.
Okay, based on the rosacea of his cheeks, the slightly slurred speech from his once very well-spoken, elegant voice, the ends of his consonant seems to just kind of trail off. You can tell that after the argument, or whether before the argument or after the argument, at some point in that segment, he was a little bit more than just buzzed.
Okay.
Okay.
I should do something stupid once it's nighttime.
Probably blind.
Well, it's kind of nighttime already.
Okay.
But before we go to do that, what do you guys what do you want to do in the coal room?
So like, Solaris went to like the dinner in his armor and stuff. So once he gets into the boiler room, he like straps it off down to like his like the under like garments underneath armor, and he like waves his hand, and the spiritual shovel starts shoveling giant amounts of coal into the furnace, and he sits down and he opens the book that you've all seen him like writing stuff in. And that's just what he does initially.
So, let me get this straight. Are you using your spiritual weapon?
As a shovel, yes, to shovel in coal. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
His deity gave us this tool to help him overcome many things.
No wonder his god is unhappy with him.
Okay. And what do you do, Norqual?
I'm shoveling coal, and I'm like, "You lazy bum."
Okay.
That you don't have to do that. I've got it covered.
Look, I've been tying too many things down. I need to exhaust some of this frustration.
That's fair.
Kevin, you need to turn your mic just in front of you, or no, move the other way so you're looking at the screen.
Being the other way. Yeah. There we go.
Look, this is kind of I'm at a corner here.
Well, I'm sorry, your mic placement isn't great.
I can't place it anywhere else.
Okay. So you shovel coal alongside his spiritual weapon while Solaris is writing in his diary or journaling. I don't know. He's doing something in a book. We turn our attentions back to, so eventually you guys finish that, but you'll head back to the rooms, right?
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
There's something I wanted to do. So like as time goes by, I've like recast the spell again to finish the whole lot because it doesn't last that long. I'll say, no, cool.
Yes.
Your mic, your mic.
Yes.
Do you ever wonder if the goals we set out to achieve are worth it?
Do you not think it's worth it?
And I'll like close the book and I'll like tap the pencil against my chin. It's hard. I was raised from a pretty young age, as you know, to believe a certain thing, to follow a certain thing. I mean, the whole reason I met you in the first place was this grand plan that Clermont set out before me to bring the person who was responsible for my father's death to justice. Noble goal, yes.
Yeah. Our goals pretty much more or less align in a sense.
Exactly. But the more I think about that night that it happened, and I think back to the words that he spoke to me, it wasn't the Weaver who killed my father. Clermont did. My father, my neighbors, a lot of the people in my town were just acceptable casualties in the cleansing of that corrupt organization. And yet, here they are, still wreaking havoc on cities, nations, toppling entire ancient elven civilizations for a world crystal. And it doesn't seem like it's really fair.
So, when is life fair? You know? Like, you may think, you may see the situation you're in. Oh, how should I say this? Do you feel like you're being used for the God's agenda? Or do you think that, like, they just put, I don't know, made you think the Weaver was responsible for all those, so therefore they're using that concept of your family being killed, basically use your revenge to achieve their goal? Is that what you're getting towards that?
I'm gonna like stand up, put my book and stuff down, and walk over, grab another shovel, and stand next to Norcool and say, I feel like I've been lied to. And to be fair, Clermont's credit, it was my own false perception of the events of that night that led me to believe it was the Weaver's fault. In some way, yes, his organization being there, causing the corruption and doing whatever they were doing, drew out Clermont's wrath that needed a purging, right? But thinking about it, why doesn't Clermont just do the same again? Why not desolate some other small town or some fucking city that he knows the Weaver's at? But he's sending me this time. I know the temple that I came from had other agents far more capable than I, yet they weren't sent to deal with that problem. First intuition, snap judgment by God, is to fucking nuke or level a town with a disease that leaves people coughing up vile, worst sickness I've ever seen. Watched my father die. And I had to be the one to choose which parent lived.
Hmm.
Does that seem fair?
Of course not, but like I said, life isn't fair. Guess you're at a crossroad now. Do you want to continue to hunt the Weavers? Or do you want to get
Fucking
somehow?
dead.
What?
He's a fucking dead man walking. It's a matter of time before I take this sword, and I like to pull it off my sheath, and I ram it through his heart and consume whatever bit of him is left that's not already promised to whatever devil, sworn to some fucking god, and end him the way that I've been sent out to do, because that's the only way to get what I want. But after that, and he like holds the symbol, I don't know what more is left for me here.
Well, I guess you'll know when you finally kill him. As far as if you want to continue to follow this god or not. You know, if killing him doesn't satisfy you, then
But that's the thing, Nork. All the people we fought along our travel prior to meeting the others, anytime someone wronged us, or the part where we were getting back at someone, that kill's never made me feel any better. And the same thing that happened to you. Whatever force entity came into this world and took the ones you love, I meant it when I said that to you at the base of the mountains after the first few months we were walking. I'm going to help you find that thing and put it down. I'm
well,
with
I
you.
appreciate it. Like I said, we will see what happens when we accomplish our goal afterwards. We will see how we feel individually. And then we'll just take it one step at a time.
He like looks back at the symbol in his hand. I guess we will see.
Sorry, say that again?
I like look down at the symbol in my hand and say, I guess we will see. And I'll start shoveling stuff with my hands.
Kevin, why you ruin a scene like that?
Sorry, Sophie is like, I just heard her
Okay.
cry.
All right,
So I
fine.
had to lower everything and I went too far.
So the evening for Norqual and Solaris continued into the night with shoveling of coals. And you can, and as it goes down the chute, another followed by another. And it goes on for a good moment, where they will eventually be done with their duties and return to their room. Meanwhile, Murtagh and Bruin, a moment before, just soon after Norqual and Solaris left to go shovel, you guys are left there at the entrance, just outside of the seating room. You are faced with fresh, chill, cold night air. What do you do?
Well, I guess we get first pick of the beds.
Yep.
I'll start heading to where. Did they tell us what rooms we have, or like we just gotta find them?
Yeah, they for sure
Oh.
told you. As you guys left. It basically, you can access it. It's like behind the main building, like towards the back of the ship from where you guys are, and it has access to like kind of the wraparound deck.
So as we get to the room, I talk to Bruin. I'm like, hey, so what do you think of like the crowd? This like this Rackham guy.
I mean, yeah. I kind of a jerk, I guess. Yeah. What about him?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe I was gonna do it, but then like maybe not. But like, you know how I could talk to people and they're well, just tell me if this is a good idea or not. So
Okay.
like he's like a little bit drunk, but like
Yeah.
I feel like I could sneak into his room and then like talk to him, but like in his mind,
Well,
and then like give him a stern like you're doing a bad job and stuff like that. Like kind of like, you know,
voice of God type of thing. I
yeah,
like it.
like scared straight, you know?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Do you think that's like a good idea or like a bad idea?
You know, if we don't do it, who will? That's
That's what I'm
That's-
saying. Like nobody else is like really standing up against him. Well, except for Luke Sampson.
yeah.
Do you think we should wait to get him like a little bit more drunk?
How do we go about that?
We could like get into a drinking competition. Maybe if we get invited back.
Okay.
You have pretty good drinking skills, right?
I can hold my own. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. If the opportunity arises, take it. And then I'll do the rest.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, as we're like falling asleep, it's like, hey, Bruin,
Yeah.
do you ever miss home?
I guess. What do you mean by home? I've been
Like-
around.
Yeah, but everybody has like their home, you know, like
Like where I was born. Like
I don't know where you're like from. Like I'm Bruin. I'm from. Like everybody has that spot.
I mean, if I had to say that now, I'd probably say I was from Espa. Like from that like new mansion we got.
Huh.
I don't really.
Don't
I don't
miss
really.
it?
What?
You don't really have a home.
I mean I have an old home. Like it's been like 15 years since I've been at my family's place.
And you don't miss it?
I miss my family there. You know? Like I got a big family. You know that? I probably haven't told you that. I have like 8 brothers. I have 7 brothers and sisters.
That's crazy.
Oh, I know, right?
This is like psychopaths.
Yeah, you know, did get some looks from the neighbors, but yeah, it was good. They're useful, you know. I don't know if they're all alive or not. Kind of nuts if you think about it.
That's crazy. Are you like the oldest?
No, the youngest.
That's crazy. Youngest of 8. I have no clue what that would be like.
Yeah, you know, it's
Did you
You
like
know?
ever have to take care of their kids when you were young?
like I said, they're kind of like in the south a little bit. I haven't seen them since I joined the military, and I just kind of left. You know,
Well,
we might have
should
to make
visit.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Once we steal this skyship, we could probably do that.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know, also we don't have to steal it. We could make it look like we saved someone. Maybe just have him be really grateful for us and everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Maybe use the voice of God thing on him.
Ooh, on the
you know,
captain?
on the captain, and just be like, hey, they saved your beans. You can give him a ship.
Yeah.
I don't know how the
So, as the evening continues on,
Oh, John. I want to make one more conversation with Solaris. I'm assuming we finished the call and we're walking back, right?
okay,
So I want to tell him, look, I've known you longer than anyone else in this group. In fact, basically, I'm trying to cheer him up and say, in fact, I've known you longer than anyone else in my life besides my master, my teacher.
you're like 100+ years old,
Me?
aren't you?
No.
wait, aren't you at 100?
He's like 70 something.
Oh.
I'm like
I thought-
50.
That was close.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways. And he's like, look, whenever we do to kill the Reavers, and whenever we do kill Legion, and if you want to go after your god or whatever, I'll be right there with you.
Solaris actually like laughs really hard, and he gives like Solaris or Norkel like a side hug.
So, just
Norkel,
I don't think so. I'm not sure if my character doesn't really believe much in like gods, the different gods.
You have
Does-
to believe that they exist,
I do believe that they exist.
but
But I
maybe
don't-
not
not-
as a personal thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he doesn't put much stock in it.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because I put a lot of stock into because the order is a lot of like inventions, science, mutations. So it's a lot towards geared that rather
Mhm.
than the mysticism.
Mysticism.
Okay.
So that was it.
You know, the little outburst I had back there. Been thinking for a while about all this. I don't, as much as it pains me to say, I don't hate Kalevmore. He stands for a lot of good things. I believe in a lot of his teachings, not just because I was taught it when I was younger, but seeing it out in the world, realizing how important balance is. Balance in all things. That the mantra that I was taught when I was younger, all of it.
Yes. It's like sounds a lot like Thanos here. Okay.
You know, I didn't realize that. But hey, I
He's
mean,
like-
a god did snap his fingers and half a town died. So, no, I've seen it firsthand. We Four Horsemen, though our name comes from, sign of a impending apocalypse that ends humanity, we've been able to effect good change. We saved that woman from the vampire, killed a vampire. Don't know how many other people he killed. That was a good thing. We saved Myersburg. We've done a lot of good things. Freed that town of a werewolf that was harassing them. So balance is something that's important. It's just hard to keep trying to follow this divine mission set before me and failing, it seems, at every turn. Jameson got away. We don't know what the fuck is going on with any of it. And when all that boils up, I think back, why my town? Why my family? Why me? And I appreciate the attempt to cheer me up. And it did, truly. The fact that we could kill a god is very amusing to me. And, you know, when I get, 70 and you're 139 and just beginning to feel the effects of time, maybe my bucket list can be, good old shot. If that sounds fun. But I don't know. I don't think it's enough right now. He won't get away again. The next time we all face him, I'm going to do my best to keep you all safe. But if it comes down to costing me my life to end that man, don't be hesitation. Don't be any blinking in the face of that decision. And if it happens before I can help you with Legion, I put my hand on her shoulder and like, friend, I'm truly, truly sorry if it comes to that. I hope it doesn't. But I hope that you will find it in your heart to forgive me if that is the path that lays before me.
I just kind of nod. Like, we don't know what the future holds. We'll just take it one step at a time. We'll figure it out together.
One step at a time.
And with foreshadowing, eventually you two do make it to your rooms, and you find your room to be undisturbed. As you enter in, you do hear, kind of through muffled voices, all seemingly a child asking questions throughout the night, and someone responding.
Wait, are they in the same room?
surely. No, there's two
okay,
rooms,
okay.
two to a room.
Okay.
So, as you all kind of are retreated to your respective rooms, you hear. Hold up, let me just not speak this off of my mind. Okay. Here we go. So as you all are in your respective rooms, here you hear creaks and groans and bangs from around the ship. Naturally, with the ship sailing through the night air, it's not surprising that the ship wouldn't be making such a fuss. From somewhere in the ship, you can hear footsteps of others, most likely crew members, making sure doors are locked and windows are secured. You all pull back the warm covers that you previously did not have, and a much needed upgrade, in fact. And you climbed into a soft sinking bed. The mattress stuffed with owlbear feathers and the pillows fluffed to perfection. It doesn't take long before each of you drift into a deep, relaxed slumber. Until a crash from somewhere within the ship wakes you all up with a startle. And that's where we will end today's session.
Damn it.
Guys, feel yourself dropping.
Can you make the sound of the crash? It's like a snapping crash or like
No,
a...
I'm not gonna give you that. I'm not gonna give you a sound. It's too obvious. I want you guys to sit on it.